Hello, everyone. Oh, whoop. And welcome back to West of Loathing. So I said earlier during my Orna stream that I wouldn't be streaming this tonight, but I am terrible at keeping my promises. Off the trail's shoulder, you see some ancient petroglyphs carved into rock. Turns like them. My first is the first of a burning coal. Intriguing. The sign says silver bullet making apparatus. Help yourself. Help yourself. The workbench is a little burnt. Useful for melting silver things. It's a bullet mold. It's pretty straightforward. There's also a vice, so you can smash silver bullets into needles if you wanted to. Twin bed. The silversmith must have been a bachelor or a half-wit guy with a half-wit spouse. Oh, spittoon. At least looks like a spittoon, but it's next to the bed. Might actually be a bedpan. Investigate it. What? Really? I mean, if it is just a spittoon, that's bad enough. But it might be a bedpan, and that would be way worse. Investigate it. I feel like maybe you weren't getting what I'm saying. We're talking about an object that someone probably uses when they wake up in the middle of the night and can't be bothered to walk to the outhouse. And the best you can hope for is maybe they only use it to spit nighttime tobacco juice into, in which case it's only full of rancid, congealing tobacco spit. I'm investigating it. Are you even listening to me, or are you just sort of skimming past the text? Bedpan. I'm pretty sure there's treasure in there, and you aren't stopping me. Bedpan. Shut up, I'm investigating. Okay, fine. Have it your own way. Your own filthy, disgusting way. Turns out to probably not be a bedpan, but it is definitely a spittoon, and it is definitely filled with running brown spit around in it. What is wrong with you? Bite me. Oh, good God. Okay. Plunge your hand in up to the wrist. It makes a glute noise. It breaks the thin skin of congealing toxins that was previously keeping the dire smell in relative check. Now you are choking in a miasma of oily, bitter chaw stink. You know that feeling you get when you're about to puke? How you get that taste way back in the rear corners of your mouth? That metallic tang by the root of your tongue like you're sucking on a corroded old penny? Just tell me what I found already. You found a filthy, slime-covered old brooch. Are you happy? I bet you're going to put it on without even washing it first. Maybe I will. So there. Bookshelf contains like 90 copies of John H. Tremaine. Something weird about it though. It's too neatly organized. Like maybe the guy was hiding something. Search for secrets. He was tucked behind one of the books. You find a small envelope filled with receipts. About half of them are from a shop called the Silver Plater. He was crooked. The silversmith was selling cheap fakes. Oh well, he's gone now and so are most of his customers. No sense in stirring up trouble at this point. Write down the location of the shop. Might come in handy later. Let's hit the road. Shelf looks pretty picked over. Find a couple things that still look edible. There's a note on the safe reading. I forgot the darn combination of this confounded thing. If you can open it, you're welcome to what's in it. Looks like a trick. Silver plate. Oh, of course. Howdy. What can I do for you? Well, do you have a menu? Menu? What are you talking about? Isn't this a walk-up style restaurant? What? No, I'm a silver plater. I plate things with silver, you know. Oh, I thought your sign was... Never mind. The man grins, revealing a full set of silver-plated teeth. So, you need something plated? What are my options? Looks you up and down. Well, silver plating anything costs at least 500 meat, and you don't look like a fellow who has that kind of meat. I resent that. But also, you're right. I'll come back when I'm wealthy. Alright. The hair on the back of your neck stands up as you realize you've ridden into the midst of a herd of ghostly floating cow heads. You've heard that some ranchers, in a desperate effort to avoid the homecoming, deliberately drove their entire herds into the ocean. That's what happened here. It didn't work. These cows are very angry about it. Really, can you blame them? That's pretty messed up. Anyway, this herd of ghost cow heads. What's your move here? Fight them. Send those ghost cows on to a peaceful afterlife back to the eternal fires of hell. Either way, they're not your problem anymore. Rest in peace, cows. Gotta get that train back. This is embarrassing. Smee points to that set of deep ruts off to the side of the railroad tracks. No one's taking the train off somewhere in the desert. You have to follow him. I'll see what I can do. What's up, Doc? Do you like custard? What? I heard there's a good custard stand out this way. Kind of a tourist attraction thing. Sit in a graveyard? Nope, it's just a custard stand, as far as I know. Oh, it's a Custer's Last Stand joke. Am I forgetting about anything? I'll just remind you that Roy Bean wants you to recover stolen jelly beans from a goblin. Goblins living in the giant Chichester's house. Okay. What do you think we should do next? Let me see the size of yours. Yeah, that looks much better. You feel ready to chase down Emperor What's-His-Face? Let's check out those tracks over there. Yeah, let's do it. These are the telltale signs of a train robbery. Follow the tracks. You jump onto Graham's back and ride like the wind, following the railroad tracks back into the desert. When you finally catch up, you stand up on Graham's saddle and leap onto the back of the train like a real badass. Just barely catching the edge of the roof and pulling yourself up. Here's hoping you don't have to do that again. Your stuntman could have been killed. Looks like Alice decided not to join you on account of not having a stuntman, so you're on your own until you get back to Frisco. You were feeling neither fair nor square. Someone has carefully stacked these crates with the this end up arrows, all pointing in different directions. The barrel is labeled handful. Pickled crackers. Locked safe. Nubs. The door next card is locked. An unpickable plot brand lock. Stole this tray fair square and I'm gonna give it back. The train back by force. Sorry, I gotta really lower the volume for this game. Victory. Well, you've kicked this whole Norton problem down the road a ways. I mean, down the train a ways. I mean, he ran a ways further down the roof of the train. Okay. Oh, good. Somebody's built a rickety-ass bridge between these train cars. This is very safe and not panic-inducing at all. These guys look angry and confused. Jump them. Oh. These guys have burgled their last train. Grab the key to the dining car from leader's belt. Go to the next car and it's locked. Unlock it. Whoa, mind the gap. Table looks like it got jostled around in some kind of scuffle, but the flowers are still standing. The table didn't deserve flowers. Ooh, nice flowers. Got one of those fancy silver dome things on top. Investigate. You've never wanted anything more in your life than you want to lift up this dome and see what's under it. But you're not sure you can muster the amount of culinary expertise required to properly reveal a dish of such presumed quality. Do it. Et voila. Oh, it's just cream pie. Shaving cream. What kind of lunatics are running the food service on this train? Yeah. There's Norton. You've got a clear shot at him from here if you want to throw that pie at him. Throw it. Take that. Curses. Who's this guy hanging out on the top of the moving train tonight? Messily scrawled note. Note says, I've hidden the key to the forward passenger car in my luggage to make it easier for me to murder everyone in the sleeper car. Sincerely, train murderer. Yes, come to the roof of the sleeper car in the next 55 minutes if you want a murdering. One of those sleeper apartments must belong to the murderer. Maybe it's this one? Not knowing which piece of luggage the key is in, there's something you can do. The only passenger in this compartment is a middle-aged woman who's writing something in a notebook. She looks up as you enter and greets you with a friendly northeast accent. Why, hello, is there something you need here? Sorry to bother you, ma'am. I don't want to alarm you. There's a murderer on board the train and I'm investigating. A murderer on a train? My goodness, that would be a wonderful premise for my next novel. Okay, it's an Agatha Christie thing. Sure, why not? Anyway, I just need to ask you one question. Go right ahead, dear. According to my evidence, the murderer is on the roof of the train. Are you on the roof of the train? No. No, dear. Alright, thanks for your time. Would you like a meat pie? They're homemade. No thanks. Just have a look at this plane car before you go. Goodbye. You open the door to the third passenger compartment and find nobody inside. There's a note from the murderer said he was going to be on the roof of the train. That means he couldn't be in his passenger compartment. There's just no one inside this passenger compartment. However, the compartment belongs to can only, by process of elimination, be on the roof. Which means the only person who rented this... Which means the person who rented this compartment must be the murderer. Probably. The only clue you find in here is a luggage. So it has the number 3 on it. You open the door to the second passenger compartment and look inside. There's a portly man in a dapper gray suit, a tiny, meticulously waxed mustache. And not, I'd like to clarify, an enormous bushy one. Excusez-moi, is there some way I might be of assistance at the moment here? Sorry to bother you, but there's a murderer on the loose and I'm checking the passenger compartment. Sacre bleu! This is very serious, mon ami. Allow me to proffer to you the use of my little gray cells. I know he's Belgian. I don't know what that means, but no thank you. Let me ask you just one question. Why, certainly, I am at your service. Are you on the roof of the train? The roof of the train, monsieur? Right now? That's right. No. I am here in conversation with you. Good, that's all. That's a Poirot. You open the door to the first passenger compartment. The sole occupant is a little boy about 10 years old wearing a blue suit and knickerbockers. Oh, hello, sir. Something wrong? Nothing you need to worry about, kid. I'm on the trail of a bad guy. Do you mean a murderer, sir? Pretty sure there's one on this train, and they don't call me the world's greatest detective for nothing. What's your name, kid? I probably shouldn't say, sir. There might be a copyright thing. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I can handle this. Just let me ask you one question, and then you should lock your door after I'm gone. I understand, sir. What would you like to know? Are you on the roof of the train? Excuse me? The murderer left a note saying he's on the roof of the train. Are you? No, sir. I'm in my passenger compartment. Right. Good. That'll be all. Find bag number 3, and it has the key to the forward passenger compartment. It's very strong corroborating evidence for your theory of who the murderer is. Finally make it to the passenger car. One car back from the locomotive. Which may be confusing if you thought locomotive meant the entire train. So I could just say the engine. Except that also refers to the engine itself. That is, the actual steam engine that makes it go, and not just the frontmost car of the train. Anyway, you're in the passenger car. Suddenly, Norton clambers from the window. He must have dramatically clung to the side of the train in order to reveal at the last minute that he hadn't actually been defeated. Dang it! He runs into the frontmost car of the train and locks the door. What a jerk. Maybe you get some of the passengers to help break the door down and arrest him. Maybe you just kick the door down and shoot him so he can't bother anybody anymore. Up to you. Let's kill that murderer. The train murderer, as advertised. Sorry, I'm adjusting the volume of this game on the go. Put an end to the train murderer's reign of murder. Right through his pocket. There won't be except for his luggage tag. Turns out his tag number is 3. Hooray! This guy is totally frantic, which is a word I just made up that means ranting and frantic panic. Everyone else is ignoring him as hard as they can. Hey buddy, you okay? It's all a lie. We're never gonna get to Frisco. Frisco probably doesn't even exist. They've been testing to see how long we can survive on couple of treats and some bottled water, and now they're driving us out into the desert to some kind of government camp. We're gonna use our organs to fuel alien flying machines. Snapping out of it. What? What? Oh, sorry. Guess I lost it for a second there. Feel better? Rubs his jaw. Well, yes and no. Listen, we're gonna get to Frisco. First, we've got to bust into the locomotive up front and arrest the crazy guy. I need some volunteers. Okay, I'm in. If you have to sit here doing nothing for much longer, I'll probably flip out again. Ooh. This woman just ignores you. This professorial-looking guy's running at a sheet of paper, occasionally scribbling on it with a note and then erasing what he just wrote. Excuse me, can you help me with something? Sorry, I'm busy. That's my wife. Oh my God, there's something to keep her occupied. What are you working on? Quite academic, I'm sure you won't understand. Try me. If you must know, I'm a scholar of foreign antiquities. I'm attempting to resolve this ancient conundrum from the Far East. It shows you a sheet of paper covered with little boxes. It's a Sudoku, some of which have numbers in them. Solve it for him. It's a Sudoku. My little brother thinks they're for babies. What? Hold on. Look, this box can't be a 3 or 7 because you've got those there and there, so it has to be a 4. Which means it's 5 here and 9 here, and if that's 9, then this can't be. If it's 7, and this one's a 2. Quickly film the rest of the puzzle. Oh, damn it, what fun is it if you just solve it for me? Sorry. Will you help me break down the door, the engine, and arrest the Emperor? Well, I guess I got nothing better to do now. Cool. This woman is focusing on her knitting and ignoring the general commotion. She must have been knitting the whole trip, because the scarf she's made could easily accommodate. The scarf she's made could accommodate a whole marching band. Excuse me, ma'am. Whatever it is, I want no part of it. I keep myself to myself, and I have no desire to get involved. Oh, sorry, not if. Keep myself to myself, and I have no desire to get involved. Thank you very much. Come on, this is important. The crazy guy stole the train, and I need help arresting him, or you'll never get to this stuff. I'm sure everything will sort itself out in the end, and in the meantime, I have plenty of wool. I don't have out fucked at 5. Silver white man in a three-piece suit and bowler hat is probably a banker or something. His eyes are closed, and his posture is relaxed. The clench of his jaw betrays his aggravation. Hi, excuse me? Oh, yes, what is it? Crazy jerk calling himself Emperor Norton has hijacked the train. I need volunteers to help me bust down the door and arrest him. See. And will you help me? No, I'd really rather not. That sounds quite strenuous. Perhaps even dangerous. Come on, please. No, I don't think so. I'm quite comfortable here and I prefer to avoid stress. Pretty please? Again, no. I'm supposed to avoid things that might raise my blood pressure. Pretty please with sugar on top? Sugar is one of those things. Pretty please with gravy on top? Gravy is another. But please just leave me alone. Please, 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 please. No. Please, 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 please. No. Please, 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 please. Stop that. Please, 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 please. I said no. Stop asking. You're really getting on my nerves. Please, please, please. I'll stop asking if you say yes. No, damn it. Please, 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 please. All right, God. Fine. I'll help. Just leave me alone. Thanks. This lady's flipping through a book titled Birds of the Western Territory. Since most of the place is desert, it isn't a very long book. Excuse me, ma'am? Yes? Cray Psycho was taken over the train's engine car, and I need volunteers to help break down the door and arrest him. Oh my, I certainly couldn't be of any help with that. I'm a very confident person. What if I told you he hates birds and is determined to outlaw them from the territory after he seizes power? That's very sly, but I know you're only saying that because you saw the book I was reading. Yeah, you got me there. Any other ideas to convince me? Suddenly you hear a tapping in the passenger car window. What the? Russell! You open the window and your pet crow Russell flaps in and perches on your shoulder. Hey buddy, good to see you. Ah! Oh my gosh, what a beautiful crow, and he knows you? Oh sure, me and Russell go way back. Right buddy? Ah! I rescued him from a cat when he was only just out of the nest, and raised him as a pet. I set him free when I left home recently. What is he doing here? Has he been following you since then? No. Probably just happened to be flying by and spotted me on the roof of the train and recognized me. Crows are crazy smart like that. That's amazing. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have an avian friend like that. Well, I'm still going to be doing a lot of traveling after this, I figure, so I can't really drag Russell along with me. But I bet Russell wouldn't mind being housed with a nice lady in Frisco to help save the train. What do you think, Russ? Russell paws again and flaps over to perch next to the lady. Lightly pecks at her shoulder in a friendly manner. Oh, my goodness, how could I refuse? It's a pleasure to meet you, Russell. My name's Annabelle. Awesome. I'll let you know when we're ready. This man is too busy ignoring his daughter to not ignore you. This little girl is peering out of the window of the train, clearly bored out of her mind. Hi there. Busy? No. All my toys and friends are in our luggage, and it's boring, and I hate it. You want to help me out with something really important? Like what? Well, a bad guy took over the engine car, and I need some people to help me break down the door and arrest him. What? Mister, I'm just a little girl. Hey, now, that's not a good attitude. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do anything just because you're a girl. But, okay, yeah, we'll bust that crook's face in. Oh, that's the spirit. But you gotta pay me. In advance. Geez, you're learning a little too fast. Alright, what do you want? I like stuffed animals. A little teddy bear? Yeesh. Carnival trash. Maybe if you had the whole set of 3, that'd be okay. I'll be right back. Door to the locomotive. Confront Norton. You pound on the door to the locomotive or engine car or cab or whatever. Open up, Norton. No! Alright then, I'm coming in. Oh yeah? You in what army, tough guy? My inspector passengers. Me and this army! You and the passengers break down the door very impressively, though it would have been even better if you had some torches on those old-fashioned rakes. Norton is backed up into the corner of the engineer's compartment, next to the engineer. Looks over his shoulder to her shrugs. So-called Emperor Norton, you're under arrest for the crime of being a total ass. That's not illegal. It is when I'm in town. Everybody grab him, except you, Mr. Engineer. I can see you're busy driving the train. Right. Actually, if you could turn around and head back to Frisco at the next station, that'd be great. No problem. Ow, let go. This isn't over. You haven't heard the last of me. Tell it to the judge, Norton. The prison judge. You did it. Thanks, boss. No problem. Got the track laid right up to the station now. The first ever cross-territory railroad, thanks to the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company. Principally you. You did a real good job, Docker. Aw, shucks. Don't mention it. The old steaming bear. Yep, good old heavy hippopotamus. This was a one-way train, so there's no sense in going in there now. Cluncy's Bar. Sorry, no darts. Management. Well, I'll be a new face. I'm Cluncy. Make yourself at home. Thanks, I'm Docker. New to town? I've been helping Manifest Destiny get the rail tracks laid. It was a tough job, but we finally got here. Sounds like you could use a drink. Cluncy, I sure could. What have you got? New Amsterdam? Ah, I don't have enough. Lady has a rock in her whiskey. Whiskey on the rocks, eh? That was a little funny the first time I heard it today. So by now it should be a laugh riot, right? Mm-hmm. Seriously though, why are you ruining that whiskey with that rock? I'm not here to drink. I'm doing important research. What kind of research do you do? Testing the effects of various liquids on hypercrystalline thalmorphic diorites. Today's liquid is ethanol. Maybe I'm going out on a limb here, but I'm guessing you're some kind of scientist. Good guess. Specifically, I'm an arcanogeologist. Arcano magical rocks? Hey, not bad. You got it in one. Dr. Josie Morton, at your service. Hi, I'm Doc Earp. My second guess was going to be buttholes, but rocks don't have those. I typically know. Morton, huh? Any relation to that Emperor guy? Who? There was a weirdo outside calling himself Emperor Norton. Are you asking me if I'm related to someone because their last names rhyme? Well, not anymore. Have you met the professor? The guy researching El Vibrato? Out by Gustavson Gulch? That's him. His work is really intriguing, but our fields of study don't overlap as much as you'd expect. No? I'd have thought El Vibrato would be right up your alley. There's all kinds of magical rocks in that stuff. Yeah, but those rocks were heavily modified by the El Vibratoans. My interest is in magical rocks in their naturally occurring state. Ah, I see. How's your whiskey experiment going? Not great, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting much. This test should really be done with pure ethanol, but it's too hard to get that out here. So I'm trying whiskey just for the heck of it. The impurities in it would screw up my findings even if I had any. Oh, that's a shame. Hey, your rock just turned blue. Oh, that's unrelated. Hypercrystalline thalmomorphic diorite turns blue every 23 minutes. I have a colleague who patented a design for a watch based on that property of it, but a 23-minute watch isn't very useful. Plus, you know, the whole cancer thing. Cancer? Yeah, do you think I wasn't drinking this because of the flavor? It's because I don't want a tumor that can yell its own name. Do you need any help with your experiment? Sure, I can always use more samples. Find any interesting rocks, bring them by my house. What counts as interesting? I haven't seen any rocks that turn blue. Oh, just anything a rock doesn't ordinarily do. Moving around on its own, defying gravity, displaying rudimentary intelligence. What about a rock that plays the banjo? Have you seen a rock that plays the banjo? Oh no, I was just what-ifing. Jeez Louise, don't get my hopes up like that. Hold on a sec. Alright, I'm back. Well, I'll swing by if I find any... if interesting rocks. Alrighty, thanks. Hope to see you soon. She pays her tab, fishes the rock out of her whiskey, and leaves. You decide there's no sense in throwing the bath water out with the baby. You pocket the whiskey. Nice. Oh boy, another spittoon. Let's go. Let's put the excitement. I've given up. This is the last spittoon in the game, and I'm not going to try and convince you to not be the most disgusting person on earth anymore. Let's go. Let's do this. Back away slowly. Yeah, search that filthy spittoon. Kneel down on the floor and throw your arms around the spittoon, giving the greasy brass bucket a great big hug. How about a kiss? Would you like to kiss it? You know it, baby. Pucker up and give the spittoon a great big kiss right on the rim. Is there tongue involved? Well, I'll leave that up to you. But even without it, it tastes like a burning horse. I love it. I know you do, friend. And if it were legal in this county, I'd let you marry that spittoon and have a beautiful romantic honeymoon night with it. But unfortunately, you're going to have to settle for wearing it as a hat. Yes, please. You flip that beautiful brass bucket over and slap it onto your head, drenching yourself in hot brown tobacco spit. It washes down over your face and hair like a sewage waterfall, soaking your clothes, running down your collar, and slithering into your underwear, and filling your boots. I can't even force myself to describe it in any more detail than that. You are the world's foulest human being. Congratulations. Hooray! What's with the huge brawl going on over there? Oh, them fellows are always blowing off steam. I just let them go ahead and get their aggressions out. As long as they keep over there, away from what furniture I've got left. I see. Bye-bye, Byerman. Dive in. You emerged from that brawl relatively unscathed. Flyer of some sort. Comedy flyer. This is something you found on the ground in Frisco, which means that in the absolute best case scenario, it's garbage. Read the garbage. It turns out to be a flyer for a comedy shack up north of Frisco. Jot down location on your map and throw the flyer away. Wasco's Comedy Shack. It's just nearly identical houses as far as the eye could see in that direction. We made it. We got all the way west. Sure did. Looks like we're in the home stretch now. Home stretch? Heck, there's always one last quest. You know that. Alright. What do you think we should do next? Looks like you saved the day, Doc. I knew you had it in you. Shucks, I couldn't have done it without you, Alice. Come on, let's go check out the final cutscene. Sure hope there's a happy ending. I love a happy ending. Howdy there, Graham. The last custard stand. Several loud gunshots ring out as you round a large cluster of boulders and you dive into cover. Peeking cautiously around the corner, you discover a goblin shooting a large pistol at a pile of nailed together driftwood. Hello? Oh, hello. What doing? Targets practicing? Nope. Sculpting. Look. You take another look. If from the right angle, the driftwood does kind of look like an owl, albeit one that's been shot a bunch of times with a pistol. Talk to him. Pretty good owl. Eagle. Not quite as good then. Fight him. Oh boy. You won, which is pretty lucky considering the goblin already had their gun out and ready. Fine custard. Hi. Well, howdy there. Welcome to the last custard stand. I'm Custard Man Stan, and I make custard like only Custard Man Stan can. Care to try some? Tell me about your custard stand, Custard Man Stan. Not much to tell, just a plain honest custard stand selling plain honest custard. But it's the last one? What, like the last one before you get to Frisco? Or last one in the whole territory? Heck, the last one in the whole world so far as I know, but I can't swear to that. Are you sure it isn't the first? Yep, because the first one was also mine. Farther up north, whole dang operation was ate by wasps, stain and all. Give me them sweet custards. See a plume of smoke rising over the trees to the north of you. You nudge Graham in that direction to find a closely looking cabin nestled in a copse of pines. Right outside a sparkling rainbow. Telltale side effect of practicing jeweler's trade. I'll check it out later. Dr. Morton's house. Some kind of drilling machine. It seems to have taken a real beating. This doesn't seem natural. Fancy high-tech electric light. Fascinating. Don't these new lamps usually need to be plugged into something? Yeah, but I've modified these to run on ambient arcanolithic radiation. You can see how they work more reliably the closer they are to that diuretic resonator on the floor there. Yes, I understand this. This was once a dining table, but now it's just a bad horizontal filing cabinet. Bed made of stone, a bedrock, if you will. She's really committed to the whole geology thing. The water in this vanity has been replaced with some kind of salt. You had no idea there were so many books about rocks. There's some weird looking boots on this workbench. Hey Josie, what's up with these boots? Oh, just an invention I lost interest in. What do? They're supposed to make you run really fast, but I couldn't get any significant boost out of them. You're so close though. Oh yeah? Sure, you just gotta hook this wire up to the spring, twist this flange a little, and Bob's your uncle. Oh, huh, clever. Well, I'm still not interested in them. You can keep them if you want. The boost boots. Thanks. Hi there, Dr. Morton. Oh, hi, Doctor. Find any interesting rocks for me? Not yet, but I'm keeping an eye out. Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks. You scrape the large the giblets off the scroll and read it. Let's take a pile of human ashes, spread them out in the shape of a person inside a red chalk ritual circle, sprinkle them with stardust, and place a mostly perfect, or better, glass sphere where the heart would be. Anyway, that's the gist of it. The actual text is a lot more these and thous and such as like that. Plus, there's a bunch of weird gibberish you're supposed to say out loud while you're doing it. Okay. You open your necromancer journal and examine the information you've collected so far. You've narrowed down the location down to a few possibilities by interpreting data about ley lines. It was very clever of you. Sure was. The cryptic note you found about Hellcow energy indicates that the necromancer's lair is somewhere fairly close to Hellstrom Ranch. Your knowledge of mushrooms, combined with the carelessness of the necromancer's mushroom-gathering cultists, allowed you to narrow down the location to a strip of land between the Big Canyon and the mountains between there and Dirtwater. Looks like that's everything you've got so far. Alrighty. My fifth is the fifth of a burning eye closing. Freak. Someone left their campfire burning. That's dangerous. On closer inspection, it turns out to be a nest of fire snakes. It's still pretty dangerous. Yeah. Okay, the well, that's where it was. You encounter a goblin chef out harvesting produce. Or what you mean knocking lumps off the cactus. Gives you some real side-eye when it sees you. Hey, you, a human. To keeping away from these lumps that are mine. Or maybe I am to cooking you instead. What? You gums don't equal to eating, do you? Haha. No, gross. I did saying that to scare you away. Did you scared? Jeez, a little, yeah. Nice. So, what's cooking? Lumps. Okay, then. Instead of bashing the cactus part, have you considered cutting it up with a knife? What? To considering cactus with knife to cutting? Ah, yes. Another chef man's suggesting this. Texture olive wrong. Here, you can having his pants. They don't goblin like spitting. Okay, thanks. Auditory nuisance. Pachino updated. This thing's just open. Select nuisance Capancha. Yep. Is it the cops? Scram carefully navigates a bunch of weird rock formations. Everything suddenly goes silent. Everything except the racing of your pulse, that is, because you've stumbled across a horrifying ungulate. You crush that stone cow into cow powder. Wasn't there... Yeah. Pipeline? Power pipeline. Don't know. Yeah, here we go. Shoot the battery, come on, the select. Everything goes blue for a second. Learn the L vibrator were for organic and solar. There's the place that I go to put in the punch cards. Let's see if we can find that necromancer. You hear a lot of activity in that corridor. Changing, shuffling of ropes, clattering of bones. Scary stuff. You really shouldn't go down there. Don't tell me what to do. Single-handedly put a stop to the cult activity at Buffalo Pile. Impressive. Pretty much have the run of the place now if you need any bones for anything. Black Hood, Buffalo, Skull. Yeah. Pile of trash next to the back toilet. A little square of yellow paper. Note says abracadabra. That's got to be important. Okay. I don't know what the magic word required to enter the tower once you find it. Abracadabra. Goddamn bones. Hundreds of buffalo humans. That's the time we want to do it. Those buffalo soldiers out of their misery. Boy, some of them hadn't really finished decomposing. Al studies the remains of her undead foes. Her eyes light up. Evidently, she's had an epiphany of some sort. Buffalo shaped. Bubble steamers from the beaker as the reaction testifies to intensity. Also, the blood faucet pouring subsides. What's left in the beaker is the only thing you put in the beaker is blood. The only thing in it now is blood. Poured down the floor drain before it starts to scab and then discard the people. Card, this bigger goblin. Am I forgetting about anything? Okay, let's go to the... Spot a distinct lack of mining activity in the distance and ride closer to it to investigate. Yep, sure enough, nobody's mining over here. Dry washer taking dirt. Mine splain. Scrub the machine down. It doesn't look like any better afterwards, but you find some ore. Wedged cranes here and there. Shiny thing here. Strange silvery crystal. Ooh. This elevator's a lot of stuff wrong with it. Hit the problem. The elevator in all the right places. Write it down. Which is long since rusted away to uselessness. Minus that great, but this cabinet is a big plus. Since deposit of bean iron. Meat. Oh, what's up with these weird rock lines? Your L vibrator train kind of goes crazy when you get into these rocks. Dig in. Nice. West Central. Bunch of paper cards. Unlock. Some kind of drilling machine. You don't like the spiral at all. Okay. Which has long since rusted away to uselessness. Not that it was all useful before, given the track layout. And I have to fight this thing to get through here. Yeah. Definitely dispatch that trio. Serpents. Loop. Loop. Right past a woman who's running along the desert trail on foot, and although I say running, it's a slow run, with an odd loping gait. She dressed oddly too. No hat, just a thin strip of fabric tied across her forehead, light clothing, great soft-looking boots that barely even come up to her ankles. Everything all right? Are you running away from something? Something pretty slow, like maybe just a tortoise or... No, I'm jogging. What? Jogging. I invented it. It's like slow running. Where I'm from, we just walk. Better exercise would go faster. Not fast enough to actually get away from anything, though. The full out running wears you out. That isn't as healthy. Healthier than being eaten by a bear. Look, I'm not being chased by bears. I've never been chased by a bear. Yeah, that's obvious. You're alive and not mangled lumps. It's about physical fitness. Bears aren't an issue. Okay, you're right. Thank you. There aren't many bears out here in the desert. Pack of coyotes, though, you'd be in real trouble. This is a very frustrating conversation. They tear you to shreds, even without those goofy-looking shoes. Hey, I designed these myself. They're not goofy. They're pretty goofy. I mean, what good are they if you can't even run properly in them? What? They don't prevent. They certainly aren't going to protect your ankles. Coyote bite. Oh. They'll be perfectly good for kicking your ass. Gosh, all this exercise made you kind of belligerent. Get down off that horse. How about we see if you can catch me? Right away. The jogger runs after you for a bit, yelling, but as predicted, you can't catch you. Gotta be the shoes. The jeweler's cabin. Catch a glimpse of something colorful out of the corner of your eye and hop down to investigate it. Before you know it, you're mesmerized by a scintillating rainbow of shiny multicolored scales. A moment later, you realize you've fallen for the illest trick in the book. Specifically, the book about how Frisco Vipers trap their prey because you're surrounded by Frisco Vipers. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere for a jewelry shop. To be fair, pretty much everything out here is in the middle of nowhere. True. Oh, hello, a customer. Why, hello. Welcome to Master Gerald's jewelry shop. Howdy, are you Master Gerald? Oh no, Master Gerald is back there at his workbench. I'm just his assistant and translator. Goblin Jewelsmith? You betting your britches, Sonny, and not forgetting it. He says that's right. The finest jewel in the territory. Well, what do you know? I don't see anything on display, though. Master Gerald only does bespoke work. If you bring him a sufficiently valuable gemstone, he'll craft it into a fine ring for you. For a fee. No trash rocks. Well, here's what I got. Master Gerald takes a look at the rocks you have with you. Your strange silvery crystal. Master Gerald takes your strange silvery crystal, cuts and polishes it, and sets it in a fine ring for you. Bah! All of trash and garbage being. Master Gerald apologizes, but there's nothing he can work with. Oh well, thanks anyway. This one again? Welcome back. You brought any gemstone that you would like Master Gerald to craft rings for you? Yeah, okay. This is the goblin's bed, maybe? This appears to be their dining table. They've left out a stack of magazines for customers to look at while they're waiting. They're all in goblin, though. Most of them are goblin celebrity gossip, and the crossword puzzles have already been filled in. Your eyebrows are getting kind of wild. Welcome. Must be this is a toilet. It doesn't have enough rusty scrap metal bolted onto it to be a goblin toilet. Flush it. There's a ghostly shrieking. Cow skull wreathed in its own personal blizzard of freezing wind and shards of ice swoops towards you. Inasmuch as it's possible to ascribe an emotional state to it, you would guess that emotion to be upset. shatter the beast like a snow and hate-filled pinata. Howdy, Doc. Alice stops and sniffs the air. Smell that? No? It's real faint. I only caught a whiff, but there's a distillery nearby. Good grief, Alice. It's like you've got super wino powers. Hey, now. I object to being characterized as some kind of lush. I am a connoisseur of only the finest of hooches. Okay, let's check it out. Discover new map. Moonshine still. Funny. Haha. Yuck. Jokes. Oh my. Howdy. Wasco Shafter's the name and comedy's the game. Are we here for a real thigh-slapping good time? Alright, hit me. You hand over the meat and Wasco clears his throat. Okay, so a skeleton walks into a bar. And the bartender says, wait, it's a horse, not a skeleton. Sorry. Anyway, after that, the bartender asks the horse, hey, why's your face so long, buddy? Seriously? Wasco takes a bow. Want to hear another one? Alright, a guy walks into a bar. And the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve goblins here. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention, the guy's a goblin. Anyway, the end. Wasco takes a bow. One more. Here's a good one. Take my wife, please. Please? Seriously? Wasco takes a bow. Anyway, I just flew in from Canada, which is weird, right? Because people can't fly, except for in balloons or gliders, I guess. We don't have actual airplane. We won't have actual airplanes for at least another couple of decades anyway. Wasco, you're real bad at this. What? No, I'm not. You're bad at the stuff you do. Dumb things, probably. Come on, let me tell you. No. Your eye catches a small one object inside of the trailer. Stop to take a closer look. Turns out some kid lost their bandolore, which you would call a yo-yo, but the modern patent for that won't happen for another couple decades. Do some sweet, bandolore trick. Spend a few minutes planet hopping, looping the loop, and three-leaf clover. Sure will be nice when they invent one of these that can sleep properly. Split the atom and bite the pants. Jar moonshine under the spout. Take it. What's this thing? Well, it looks like a whiskey still, except weirder, and there's some extra bits I don't recognize. Big surprise that you turn out to be an expert on stills. Hey, now, I am a doctor, remember, I know a thing or two about chemistry. Still is basically the second simplest application of chemistry equipment there is, after a coffee pot. Making moon into moonshine. Let's head to Garbanzo's place for a second. Cook something amazing. You look deeply into the all-purpose beans and recognize great potential in them. You can make cooked jumping beans. Soften the beans to the boiling water of your mind and season them with the exotic spices of your will. Make something out of some dense bean iron. You ignore the parts of your bean. Dense bean iron hides many mysteries. Well, three mysteries. They're good ones, though. You ignore the parts of the bean iron that aren't the thing you're making, and they vanish. Okay. Let me... Curious abandoned. Oh, I was right. Well-roped well. What? Okay. Here we go. Put them all in. Okay, drone fabrication, secondary storage. Yeah. Select nuisance destination. Fight it. Put the battery into the monolith and it springs to life. Okay, and the L vibrator wolf for number 3. Ganilla. Anon. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, let me see how to do that necromancer. Okay. Okay. Uh, try getting the jelly bean back. Hello, having syrups? No. You were a tap. Where would you be in this pile? Make a tap. Bolt a flange onto a pipe and then a couple of rusty widgets. It's not pretty, but it's a tap. One time the syrup vein and fill it with juicy tap syrup. Yay! Guard guzzled the entire bottle in a single long draw. It's both fascinating and disgusting. Eating more for proper bribing. Of course you are. Hello, having his syrups? Yes. This time the guard moves away from the ladder so they have plenty of room to guzzle the syrup. Excellent. Hello. Hi. That goblin has guarded their last ladder. Tables covered with flasks, beakers, bottles, tubes, burners, and all the other equipment that makes it a super elaborate alchemy table, including a whole bunch of different colored liquids and powders and stuff. Oh god. Can't get the jelly beans all the flailing. Goblin lives on that pile. You should be able to get in there if you can get rid of about 10 more goblins worth of mass, or try to some other way. Holy crap, this is the most disturbing thing you've ever seen. I don't know what you want to know what was. Hey, guys, those jelly beans, can I be having them? Oh, what? Our fruit rocks? No, not taking our fruit rocks. These being ours, not for you taking. Jeez Louise. What's your plan for dealing with this? Stuff a fungicide bomb into the pile. Stuff a fungicide bomb to the writhing mass of goblin. Shut your eyes and put your fingers in your ears till the screaming stops. Dang, that was ice cold. Jelly beans. Throw nonchalantly past the scorched black blob of poop on the floor. Pick up the jar jelly beans. Mission accomplished. How you doing on them jelly beans, kid? Got them. Wonderful. Good job, kid. Looks like they're all here, too. Gums didn't eat any? A long and weird story. Well, never mind then. You've done a swell job, kid. I've only got one more jar of jelly beans missing. They were stole by a gang of damn hippies. Why'd they take them? Who knows what a hippie's thinking. All I know is that they took off, headed south and a little bit west. The Shroom Cave. Lost a very dirty knapsack. Okay, so most specific for some very dirty, very dirty clothes. Oh, and a map. You reckon? Okay. Cultist totally zonked out. Cultist is muttering and twitching in his sleep. Mushroom crumbs litter the floor around him. Food is belonging. Grab everything that isn't nailed to him. The bone mesh and find nothing of interest. Mushrooms. I think this must be the cave the Lord described it. I don't think so. See the black spots? Are they poisonous? Worse. Venomous. Map is labeled Shroom location. Shows the weird convoluted trail leading to a big X. Recognize the absence of barricade. The first trail looks like it's right near that weird fort full of dirty weirdos. Seen any jelly beans? These drop on drop. Okay. Seen any jelly beans? No, I'm not interested in jelly beans unless they're that kind of jelly beans that get you completely blasted. I don't think that's a real thing. No, it is. I heard they got them in Frisco. That doesn't seem safe, you know, for kids. Seen any jelly beans? If I knew where there were jelly beans or something, I'd be there eating jelly beans instead of making these dumb noises. Fair point. Seen any jelly beans? Well, first, we must take care to find our terms. What does it mean to see jelly beans? And what I see as jelly beans are different than what you see as. Cut the crap out before I cut you. Cut it before I cut it for you. No, I'm not. But I do know that Irene, the newest and most delightful of our little twins, particularly fond of them. You might ask her. Hello again. You seen any jelly beans? Yeah, I had some jelly beans recently. I don't quite remember. Oh, they were in my lounge. Where's your lounge? I don't quite remember. It's only there part of the time anyway. What? I don't know. No thanks. Where'd you say your lounge was? I don't quite remember. It's only there part of the time anyway. What? Okay, how do I get to the necromancer? Ah. Read it over the receipt again. Who would need that many robes to stick the receipt in your neck? Okay. Either surcharge for delivery, passport, or pass. Near the location, okay. Got it. You finally got enough information. Pinpoint the precise location of the necromancer's lair. Found a note with the magic word required to enter that abracadabra. Shaggy Dog Cave. Black bolted to the cave wall here. A record of the events of the expedition to and into Shaggy Dog Cave, November 1887, as recorded by Jim Plackwright. Having acquired through various sundry means a story which is interesting in its own right, but better saved for another time, a map purporting to lead to a large cache of jewels and ingots of precious metals hidden by the infamous highwayman and train robber Black Bull Jr. in the years before the cows came home. I, Jim Plackwright, along with three compatriots, these being Nathaniel Wyman, Cyrus Howard, and Douglas Watts, set out to find Shaggy Dog Cave and the aforementioned treasure. Our equipment and provisions consisted of one cart and a horse to pull it, 4 additional horses to be ridden, 2 shovels, a spade, and a mining pick, a large coil of rope, 1 large basket of eggs, as well as an assortment of other trail provisions and cookware. My own collection of blank plaques and engraving tools, 1 large shaggy dog, and a butt for. After traveling for 2.5 days to the south and east, we arrived at a small town named Water, a large settlement in the vicinity of Shaggy Dog Cave. Leaving the dog to watch the horses. 4 of us entered the local room and ordered beer, and set aside and was satisfied with the water. The barman provided our drinks as requested, and went to a small wooden box from underneath the bar, asking us if we could witness something real interesting. Considering that we still had a few hours left to travel, we politely declined and asked him if we knew the way to Shaggy Dog Cave. He replied that he'd never been there personally, but gave us rough directions and related nice notes on our map. Upon leaving the saloon, we discovered to our dismay that some unknown villain had tampered with our wagon. Unfortunately, the only supplies missing were the butt for and the entire basket of eggs, apart from one that Doug had concealed within the pocket for safekeeping. We also discovered that the dog had absconded with one of the horses, putting Nate aside after drawing the blocks to share. After acquiring a barrel of fresh water for the trip, as well as a replacement butt for, we headed out into the open desert. The sun shone down mercilessly upon us. We took small solace in the fact that it would have been far more tolerable if we made this expedition during the summer months rather than November. In order to pass the time on the trip and resist becoming dazed from the heat susceptible to desert mirages, we exchanged stories of our youth, which I will not be retelling here for reasons of length. However, I will relate to you 3 odd occurrences that just during our trip to the desert. First was 2 or 3 hours out of dirt water, and Nate noticed a glint of sunlight upon a metallic object partially buried in the sand. This was revealed to be a brass oil lamp with foreign design and manufacture, which fortuitously still contained a quantity of oil. Deciding this might come in handy, we stashed it in the wagon with our other tools. Next encounter was with a nomadic goblin tribesman who we discovered spoke excellent English. He and inquired as to our destination. We replied that we were looking for Shaggy Dog Cave. We did not disclose the reason for our journey. The goblin confirmed that we were heading on the correct course and mentioned that we only had a short time earlier witnessed a large shaggy dog riding a horse in the same direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight to view. Sometime later, we encountered a large building occupied by two identical seeming old men with wild hair and long white beards. They invited us to take shelter from them, and gratefully accepted, and introduced themselves as hermits. It struck me as peculiar given that there were two of them, but I felt it would be rude to question them. One of the hermits confirmed that we were near Shaggy Dog Cave, and the other hermit confirmed that what his brother said was true. He also commented that they had seen a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in that direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed. The hermits refused to refresh our water supply in exchange for our butt-for, and we continued on our way, excited to finally be nearing our goal. After 2 more hours, we finally arrived at Shaggy Dog Cave. Carefully keeping our excitement in check, lest we become incautious, we unloaded our equipment and supplies from the wagon and took a brief respite from the cool shade of the cave entrance. To celebrate our arrival, Doug unpocketed and shared the egg he had saved from our basket that had been stolen in dirt water. Once we were rested, we decided the time had come to explore the cave. Discovering that we had neglected to pack torches, lanterns, or any other light source with which to illuminate the cave, we declared that it wasn't indeed fortuitous that Nate had discovered that antique oil lamp during our travels. He gave the brass a quick shine and then lit the wick, and we were relieved to discover that it lit easily and provided a very adequate amount of light. Headed into the cave, we were further encouraged by the fact that the floor was quite even and easy to reach at first. There were no side passages, which might cause us to become lost. Despite this, I resolved to hang a number of plaques to mark our progress through the cave, engraved with the detail of our journey, such that others who discover the cave after us might be entertained and edified by our story. Soon we came to the end of the tunnel, and Nate, Sai, and Doug returned to the excavation. I completed the last of the aforementioned plaques. It was a matter of perhaps an hour before Sai's shovel struck a wind surface with a hollow noise and we called the traditionally styled treasure chest out of the hole with great excitement. The chest was locked with an ancient rusting iron padlock, which broke easily from a single swing of our pickaxe. We opened the lid slowly, and the flickering light of the antique oil lamp shone brilliantly upon jewels of every color and shining beams of precious metals, just as promised by legends of Black Bull Jr. Joyous at our triumph, we loaded the chest of our wagon and began the journey home. Thank you for reading, and may your own endeavors be equally successful. Signed, Jim Blacklight. The hole, completely empty. Okay, okay. Go here and drink. Got it. Day 5. Small the extract. The world turns inside out as your mind replaces it. What a strange lamp. Throw it in your backpack. Fortunately, it isn't real lava. Soybeans, beans! Great grandkids are going to love this kind of music. Got him right here. Well, I'll be jiggered. I didn't figure on seeing any of them jelly beans again. I hear you brought back all 3 jars. I ain't got much to reward you with other than a handshake, Doc. Maybe I'll be able to pay you back somehow in the future. Don't sweat it, Roy. I was happy to help. Okay. Food. You drink the lemonade, and it is extremely refreshing. Okay, necromancer time, baby. Actually, package. Package is empty. Maybe Rufus sent you some kind of special air. That sounds like something you could breathe it in. Whoa, it was special air. Ponies. Oh, hey, nice to see you again. Hey, Ed, did your elves make the trip okay? Oh, yeah, sure. No problems like at all. I've been seeing them less and less since the move, though, so I've been making some boosts myself just to help. Well, that's real nice of you. What can I get you? Okay. Necromancer time, baby. Spell above the door screams, password? Abracadabra. Some strange, undecipherable runes. Fountain of blood. Nothing weird about that. Blood is delicious, like meaty Kool-Aid. Gain effect. Dark blooded. Definitely not getting past this guy without a fight. Oh no. Skeletons pick you up and bring you out of town on a rail, which is actually a spine. Oh. Whew. Single-handedly defeated all 8 of those skeletons. Hey. Sorry, I mean you single-handedly defeated all 9 of those skeletons. Strange undecipherable runes. Well, the big old pillar of skulls blocking your path. There was bound to be one of these in here somewhere, right? Excuse me, fellas, I need to get past here. The skulls hiss and chitter and giggle. Let's know then. Well, now you can rightfully claim you fought off like 50 guys all at once. Though it's a little bit of a stretch to categorize the skull as an entire guy. Two skeletons have their names written on their foreheads so they won't forget them. Actually, wait, maybe they each have the other's name. The other one's name. Dive in. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. I'm gonna smash the two behemoths fell. Hippy top. You approach the throne and the withered husk sitting on it. Unbelievable. All that killing, all that horror. This is what's behind it? Tries to speak to you, but all that comes out is dust. Destroy him. Doc, you want to do the honors? My pleasure. He racks your shotgun and gives the wretched mummy both barrels. It explodes into dust, which dissipates with a sad whisper. Eat that, you old bastard. That's for Elliot. How's it feel? Better. Much better. So now what? What do you mean? Well, that's what you came to do. Are you heading back to Boring Spring? Oh. Nah, you ain't getting rid of me that easy. You're my only patient. You're under doctor's orders until we get to wherever you're headed. Glad to hear it, Doc. Come on, let's get out of this tonight. Alright. I'm calling it. That is it. Let's go watch the final cutscene. Looks like somebody on that train got a job as a projectionist. Would you like to watch this movie? It's free because movies have only recently been invented and nobody has figured out that they can charge for them yet. No, doing this will not change anything about the world or your character. Cutscene is over, you'll still be right here and you can keep playing if you want. Sure, show me the final cutscene. Some folks say endings don't matter. But other folks, they like to know how things turn out. The consequences of their actions, like... With trains running again, Frisco thrived. People came from all over to seek their fortunes. Thanks to you, they didn't have to do it while on fire because some cow attacked their wagon. The railroad completed and Norton ousted, Smee found himself out of a job, but in of an opportunity. After being elected mayor, he managed the growth and infrastructure of Frisco with compassion and pragmatism. In 1944, Frisco was named Most Reasonable City by the Tuesday Evening Post. Hey, Smee! Satisfied with the thought of returning to her old life in Boring Springs, Doc Alice opened up a free clinic in Frisco and lived out the rest of her days as a practicing doctor. Frisco's loose moral atmosphere and the opening of a mercury mine a ways down the peninsula meant she stayed too busy to worry much, most days. The clinic was so important to Frisco's eventual counterculture movement that a popular song was written about it. The refrain was, "You can get rid of anything you want at Alice's clinic." Thanks to you, Gun Manor reopened and delighted tourists for centuries. The residual positive psychic energy created by the ghosts you helped leaked into the local water supply. In the decades to come, the businesses that sprang up near the manor were characterized by their environmentally friendly policies and charitable giving. Thanks to your assistance, Bobart Buppert got the photography bug, or should we say the photography owl. Anyway, he opened an art gallery so the citizens of Frisco would never again have to suffer from the inability to see pictures of owl skeletons whenever they wanted. Hertz left the fort and set up shop in Frisco. His cult fitness group skyrocketed in popularity. Growth was entirely due to word of mouth, because the first rule of Kurt's Fit is that you cannot stop talking about Kurt's Fit. Hurts till it hurts. No Kurt's pain, no Kurt's gain. The washboard and guitar duo that you sent to Dirtwater started touring as Corn Pone Holiday. They were a big hit in Frisco, but some people claim that their fans were all listening ironically. You solved all of Breadwood's problems. With the increase in morale and civic resources, they were able to clear the weeds from the road and fix the well in the broken hitching post. There was even enough left over to give the mayor's office a new coat of paint, refresh the facade on the buttery biscuit, and add a second story to the bunkhouse. They even managed to get that horse into rehab. Chuck continued to run his blood and breakfast without incident, accident, scandal, or allegation for many years. He won 4 of the reenactment scenarios at Fort Memoriam. They still talk about you. Remember when that Doc fella came through here? Yeah, he was really, really good at this game. Do we have any more root beer? With your help, Roy Bean's Jelly Bean Museum became the talk of the town. Well, first they had to build a town nearby, but once they did, woo-wee! Dirtwater became, relatively speaking, a thriving metropolis. Thanks to your efforts as a commerce ambassador and all-around helpful stranger, the once sleepy town became a shining oasis in a barren land. Every man, woman, and child in the town knew your name. They even put up a little plaque with your name on it in your old room with the jewels. As for you, after your adventure, you settled in Frisco and bought a very long, very narrow house. You filled it with souvenirs of your exploits and started an antique hat rack collection. When you left home, you told Rufus you wanted adventure and excitement. You visited 64 places on your journey. You're a real gallivanter. Is that a word? Sure it is, you globe-trotting gallivanter, you. Ah! 1906, all of the remaining cows in the west were simultaneously activated by some kind of signal from hell. They thundered east, forming a gigantic single-minded herd. Led by the infernal sadist Duke Bovicus, the cow army thundered east toward Dirtwater. Fortunately, a gang of rodeo clowns swept in at the last minute and slaughtered the herd just before it reached Dirtwater. Unfortunately, all of the townsfolk of Dirtwater had a hard time sleeping for pretty much the rest of their lives. Seriously, it was a grisly sight. Hold on a sec. 420 years later, nice. Deep beneath the ground, ancient machines silently stopped doing the thing they were built to do. It's probably fine. You and everybody you know are dead by then, and most of humanity has moved to space. Still, though, shame about the planet. There were some cool bars there. Thank you for playing. The credits of Loathing. Extra special thanks. Thanks. Beta testers. The end. Oh boy, I'm glad I played this. If you've enjoyed West of Loathing, okay, you might enjoy Kingdom of Loathing. So that is it. Thank you, everyone, for watching West of Loathing. I didn't realize this would be the last stream of it, but oh, it's been fun. And a fun and funny time. So, that is it. I am taking off tomorrow and Thursday, which is why I was streaming tonight. Because I just wanted a few days off to enjoy my my time off work. So, that is it for West of Loathing. Such a fun time. I enjoyed it so much, and thank you all for watching. I'll be back at some point later this week with more Hollow Knight, and at some point more Torna the Golden Country. So that is it. Thank you all for watching. You all have a good night and have a good few days. I'll be back at some point later this week with Hollow Knight and Torna. So that is it. Bye-bye.